in Jacksonville, 38 degrees. Yesterday I spent my day south. I had some guys want me to teach them about reading the water and catching pompano. And sure enough, all the pompano that I've caught lately have been south. And I'm talking way south. 4 o'clock in the morning, I got to start fishing about 8:30. So that's how far south I'm having to go. Anyway, I stopped off at Fort Pierce. The water was milky looking. I've never been able to read water that looks like that. And so I just kept driving south, and the further south, I stopped at every little pig path. Everywhere they had a ramp, I'd stop and look at the water, trying to find clean water. But when it's milky, I don't know if that fish feed in that or not. I'm not really used to it. They said Jupiter Inlet had some nice clean water. So I thought, well, I'll wind up going there. But anyway, I found some clean water, and on the first cast, a guy come running up to me. He says, "You're from Jacksonville. You're the fish pompano man." I said, "Well, yes." Within 30 minutes, I probably had 8 to 10 people standing behind my cart, because on the first cast that I made at this particular spot that I went to, water was clean, had a nice break. Low tide was about 9 something, and I got there just before it changed. But anyway, I didn't have a problem with the ice melting off of them. No, that's not the first one. You can see this on a lot of the guys' video that they took of me with this fish. 10 minutes after I put the first rod out, I had this nice big fish here. And they said, "That's why you're the pompano man, I guess." I said, "I don't know." Guy come out of the condo, he said, "I fished here for 2 weeks, and I'm a good fisherman. And I hadn't even had a bite, and you walk up here in 10 minutes, and I'm standing up there watching you, and you get a fish before you can get the second rod out." And I said, "Well, have you got live bait?" He said, "Well, no." And I said, "Well, you see this bucket here?" I said, "That's all live sand fleas." He said, "Well, you didn't catch them here." And I said, "No, I brought them with me." But anyway, first cast yesterday, and no whiting, but really some nice pompano. Some small ones, but it made my day catching these pretty yellow fish. They must have come out of the St. Lucie River or somewhere. But then this tells you how far down I went. And I did catch a catfish. But anyway, got back home last night about 7:30. I give it a full day. And got enough fish to make it, just not enough to pay for one of them $200 night motel rooms. But anyway, get back to Jacksonville. I'm freezing to death. Had to put long pants on, something I never do. But anyway, made it worthwhile. All you guys that took those videos of me and we did the selfies and all, I actually brought a big crowd, and I'm proud of the guys that like the videos that I do for them. Had a couple from Vermont says, "We've followed you on Facebook for years, and we fish all the way from Flagler Beach to Jupiter Inlet, and we spend the winters here in Florida." So that's a good sign. The pompano do too. So if you want to catch fish like this, you best be getting south. We're not going to have these probably till the water gets back up into the high 60s. Water temp is what drove them south. Air temp's going to drive me south. I'll have to go back down there. But anyway, this is yesterday. It's the end of January. Next week will be February. And last year I never had to leave New Smyrna. This year you go to Jupiter Inlet or West Palm Beach to catch a fish. And I really believe we won't have them here until that water gets back up into the 60s, high 60s in New Smyrna. But anyway, this is a catch from yesterday, Friday. Today's Saturday, so I'm gonna take them to the market here, and we'll have something fresh caught. All right. fishing. I got back in Jacksonville just in time for my great-granddaughter to be born last night. My granddaughter she's supposed to have had the baby 2 or 3 days ago, but last night, I guess at about 11:53 or something like that, she come. 7-pound girl. Anyway, that's a little bit of my own personal life to share with you after I've done my fishing world. And I thank you folks for sharing this on YouTube and all the things that you do for me. I had 8 to 10 people around me all the time yesterday while I was catching those fish. So here again, maybe this great-granddaughter will learn to be a fisherman just like I am someday. All my grandkids like to fish, and my daughters, I should say. And so I'll share it for as long as I'm able to fish. I'll be sharing my little world with you folks. I know you enjoy it.